Hello, awesome ladies. Karibuni sana. My name is Lucy Wokali. I'm the founder of Saluma Hostels. Karibuni. Saluma Hostels is a girls only hostel. We don't accommodate boys. Karibuni. Let me show you around. This is the main hostel. This is our study room. And we have some beds in different rooms. And I'm ready to take you around. Welcome. I'll start with the kitchen where we normally prepare our meals for the girls. They don't have to go out and look for food. This is our kitchen. This is where we normally prepare meals for the girls so that they don't have to go out and look for food. Yeah. We have enough washrooms. Starting from here, all these are washrooms. We have the necessary sanitary bins here. And now I would like you to take you to room number 1 with 6-bed capacity. Here we go. As you can see, the girls are here already. Very comfortable. Some of them have been staying here for even more than 3 years. I would like to welcome you to the next room with the same bed capacity. And here we go. As you can see, the beds are empty right now because the girls have closed. They have gone for their holidays, but we expect them to come back in January. There is also another room with the same bed capacity. Kindly allow me to take you there. This is our final room now, with the same bed capacity of 6. And in total, we have 30 beds. We are able to accommodate 30 girls in this hostel. I'm the founder of Saluma Hostels. Saluma Hostels is a girls-only hostel which was established 3 years ago to address acute accommodation shortage, mostly to our young female students pursuing their careers in various universities and colleges in Mombasa. I'm also a member of Awesome Ladies from Mombasa County. I started this business out of a need. A friend of mine from Nairobi had requested me, that was about 3 years ago, to get accommodation for her daughter who was admitted in one of the universities in Mombasa. But after moving from one hostel to another, this girl could not get the kind of accommodation she needed. So I had to accommodate that girl for a whole semester in my house. And that is when I realized there was demand for hostel, and that is how I came up with the hostel business. We are in CBD area of Mombasa. We are actually next to Mombasa Municipal Stadium, a very convenient place. It's well connected to public means of transport, and it's not very far from many universities within town. The hostel has a bed capacity of 30 currently, but we started with 10. And the number kept on increasing until we reached 30. And that 30 is not enough because there's still a high demand for hostel, especially for girls in Mombasa. The sources of revenue mostly comes from the rent we collect from our occupants, which we normally charge on a monthly basis, as well as we also provide meals at affordable rates. That's also another source of generating the income. We also, during the holidays, especially like now we're in December, we normally encourage visiting groups from up country to come and stay in our hostels at a very reasonable rate so that they can go to the beach. Mombasa is a tourist town. So we encourage them to stay in our hostel at very, very affordable rates. In this field, we have competitors, and our major competitors are university hostels, and other privately owned hostels, and also residential flats. But we stand out because at Saluma Hostels, we offer products which are not offered by our competitors. Like we normally have free Wi-Fi. As I said, we have a kitchen whereby the girls can have their meals without having to go out and look for food. And we also have security. You know, our girls are very sensitive, and they are very vulnerable to all sorts of insecurities. So we make sure that there's 24-hour security that makes us stand out from our competitors completely. The O program came as a surprise and a blessing to my business because I learned about it from a friend. She sent me a WhatsApp message and I saw a form and I filled. Little did I know that it could be a big boost to my business. After joining the academy, actually I have learned so much from exploring my business, marketing my business, pricing my business. The list is endless. Those months which I've been in our program has really boosted my business because, like for example, I never used to know how to keep my records. I used to employ an accountant to do my accounting, to do my returns, but through the program now I can be able to manage without any problem. For the O program, there are things I never used to do and they are very vital in my business. For example, I never used to pay myself a salary. I could just take whatever I'm getting from my business and pay myself without accounting for it. But now I'm able to separate my business, my personal expenditures and business expenditure, and that way I'm able to keep a proper record for my business. Another thing I never used to do was to advertise through digital, social media. From our way now I'm able to market my business through WhatsApp business pages. I've learned a lot and it has really impacted my business. Through our way, I was able to actually to interact with my fellow entrepreneurs, mostly from Nakuru and Nairobi and Lamu. I also learned a lot from my cohort members. In fact, I remember when through networking I was able to introduce the meals at the hostel, something which I never imagined. But one of the members came up with the idea and told me, Lucy, why don't you do ABCD? Why don't you start cooking for the girls instead of them going to look for food elsewhere? And that way it has really boosted the hostel. The challenges in business are there, and I like challenges because they keep you on your toes. The challenges we are facing, I've been facing, was actually during the holidays. That's the time when the girls go for holidays for almost a month. Some even go for long holidays for even about 2 months. So you find that most of the beds are empty, and you have to keep on paying for the expenses regardless of whether they're in the hostel or not. So, but that challenge, we've been able to address it because through advertising, through social media, we are able to advertise and people can come and stay. Non-students can be able to come and stay at a fee which is able to bring an income in our hostel. Whole program, I don't know what to say because through the mentorship program, I've been able to learn a lot, like inspiring me, especially when things are not moving. I remember there was a time we were told, even when you are not doing so well, keep on moving. And this one has really encouraged me, and it has kept me going even when things are not moving. It has improved my business because out of that program, a few of my friends, even outside Mombasa, have been able to identify this hostel and have managed to get referrals. A few girls have managed to come to the hostel through our way. Teaching competition, wow, it was very exciting. Actually, I never imagined I could stand in front of people and talk about my business. But surprisingly, through this training, the way they've been taking us through, I was able to stand in front of an audience and talk about my business and pitch about my business. And surprisingly, I became number 3 for Mombasa County. The demand for hostels, especially for our girls, is very high. And I really want to expand this business, considering that every year several girls from up country come to look for accommodation. And what I realized through my research, market research, I came to realize that the 4 major universities in Mombasa admit over 6,000 students every year. And out of these 6,000, the university hostels can only accommodate 40%, leaving the remaining 60% to look alternative accommodation. And that is how we at Saloma, we have come in to bridge this gap. Currently, as I said earlier in the beginning, we only have 30 bed capacity. We are going in our projection for the next 5 years is that we want to have a hostel in each and every sub-county of Mombasa, and there are 6 of them. So we'll be talking of Saloma chain of hostels. That is our plan. My fellow awesome ladies, the knowledge you have gained is so powerful, especially to our women entrepreneurs. And that is why I feel this knowledge, we should share it with other women, even the Mama Boga. Let's share it with them, because we learned so that we can also be able to empower other women.